So I figure out a different lanyard. Can you guys still hear me okay? We good? Audio check 1, 2. We're cool. All right. So if I take this big 14, 8 inches. This can be my backs. It can be my slats. Hey, that works out. That works out good. So I can get everything for bench number 1 out of there. You guys are just joining in. Appreciate you. What I got to do today is normally I build benches on the weekend because it's one of the staple products for my wood shop. I'm going to be building a hell of a lot of these. This week I got 3 of them to get done. So we'll get these built, sold, and paid for, and on their way to their new homes. Along the way, I'd like to show you guys how to build them too. So I'm using a lot of scrap lumber left over from construction sites, stuff like that, that I've been able to pick up, which is good. I don't see the chat for some reason. Is it going? I don't know. Somebody do a test and type something in there or something. I don't know, for some reason I'm not seeing it. Maybe I got to fart with this thing. Hold on. Armin says hi. Basil, screen printer. How's it going? Good to see you, friend. Paul in the house. How do I get the free lumber? Well, this time it was a little bit of a tragic story, but it is the nature of where we stand right now. This was all left at the discarded job site. The individuals who were working at that construction crew were absconded, and all of this was left in remnant. So there was a standing offer to come clear the job site, get it gone, and here we are. All right. So I got a 2x6 here, 14 feet long. We've got a couple of 2x4s. I think they're 10 feet. But we should be able to get everything we need out of these. No problem. If this is the first time you're joining my live stream, I'll let you guys know that I do use power tools. They are quite loud. And what I like to do is I do my best to notify you guys when I'm about to activate one, so that those of you with sensitivity to sound have an opportunity to lower your volume. Then when I return to screen and I give you a thumbs up like so, we're good to go. Bev, good to see you. Thank you for joining. That should spare your ears. That way you guys ain't got to worry about it. It is the first time today. Plywood, good to see you, friend. So let's get down to business. The first thing we need to do to make these benches, and again, I need to make 3 of them today. So I'm going to do what's called batch cutting. I'm going to be looking to cut as many as I possibly can to get it all cut out, and then I can assemble all three and get them out the door. If you're keeping track and you're writing it down, for each bench, you're going to need 2 pieces of 2x4, 58 inches long. So I'm going to end up going for 6 because I got 3 benches I got to make. So I'm going to go from one end at 58. The other end at 58, which on a 10-foot 2x4, literally just left me with about 3/4 of an inch right in the middle. I don't think this is quite 10 feet, but that worked out well. Nice efficient use of the board here. I'm not going to have any drop left over. How long will it take me? Well, if I get them batched out, depending on how many times I stop and I talk or whatever, I'm not trying to tell you guys or discourage you not to talk. Usually it takes me about 3 hours. Watch your ears, guys. I'm about to activate the saw. Turn it down. When I come back and thumbs up, you'll be able to turn your volume back up. Tell you what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk through one, get it built, and then we'll batch the other 2. So I have 2 pieces at 58 inches. And now, well, let me draw this out best I can. I got a marker laying here somewhere. That works better on camera. There we go. So the first thing we're going to build is a structure that looks like this. And these 2 long pieces are going to be 58 inches. We're going to cut 4 more pieces here at 18 inches. But when we cut them, and I'm sure this is going to mirror image, so sorry about that. That's going to be 18 inches with a 15-degree kickback. We're going to measure it 18 inches to the long side. How many benches do I build a week? Well, on the average, I have a standing social media online marketplace ad that sits out there and tells everybody that they're made to order. One weekend I'll get 1 to build. Sometimes I get 3. I've had as many as 9. So it really goes all over the place. Hello, morning. Good to see you. But in the interest of ensuring that these remain a steady form of income, I usually sell them pretty cheap. Well, it's YouTube morning because I ain't talked to nobody until now, so it's essentially morning. It is technically like 2, 3 in the afternoon. Anyway, I keep these priced pretty reasonable. I sell them for $150 a piece, and they fly out the door. So it's a really good way for me to bring in, anywhere from $400 to $1,000 on a weekend while I'm sitting out here farting around in the shop anyway. I might as well. Okay, so we've got our 2 58-inch pieces. We've already talked about that. We need to cut our 18s. How much does the wood cost to make them? Well, if I went to the store and I purchased it from the big box, usually I walk out the door from the big box about $35 lighter if I'm building one. So I'm probably making about $100 profit on each one. But in this case, again, this is all salvage reclaimed number. So I'm not actually, all of this is 100% profit. One of the cool things about this build, if you can still hear me, I've got this mic on. Thank you, Pilato. Is that the board that I got in my hand is 14 feet long. It's a 2x4, and it's about as crooked as a dog's hind leg. Let's say that. There we go. The construction worker almost let his mouth out there for a minute. But it lets me use boards that, like, the contractors would probably throw out and not want to mess with, because most of the pieces that I'm using are so short that the amount that the board has bowed or changed, it really that's fine, Pilato. Thank you for jumping in, man. Appreciate you coming in and getting the light. But the amount that the long boards are curved or warped or twisted or whatever, because the pieces I'm cutting are so short, the impact of that degradation of the strength or the straightness of the material it's minimal. It really doesn't matter, because all the pieces I have are so short. It would mean where a 14-foot board may curve out and crown 3 inches in an 18-inch piece, that's going to factor to maybe a 32nd of an inch. It's not going to matter. It's not even important. I hope all of that made sense the way I explained that. Coach Will, good to see you, friend. So like I said, it lets me use a lot of the boards that a lot of the guys would throw away if they were on the construction crew. It's all crap wood that, you know, they can't use anyway, so they'll just toss it to the side. Oh, a little hot out here today. I guess it's hot everywhere today, isn't it? It is about 38 Celsius in the shop, 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, it's all right. We're doing good. We ain't even sweating yet. Well, probably because we ain't done anything, right? So to walk you through my thought process, I'm using the wood that I have, and I've got this monster 2x6 that's 14 feet long. It is crowned, it is bowed, but I can use that to chop it up and dissect it to get all the little smaller parts that I need, right? Not a big deal. So I can actually, out of that single 2x6, I think I can get maybe, well, let me think. Let's do some math. Okay, let's measure this 2x6 and figure out exactly what I got. I hope you guys are tolerant of what I'm up to. I'm trying to give you guys a real life example in real time of how all of this works when you're reclaiming stuff. You got to do some brainstorming. You got to do some math. And after you do so, you'll be in good shape. You'll be able to figure it out. Okay, so this is a 14-foot 2x6 at 168 inches. So if my 2x6 is 168, the seat runners do not necessarily have to be 2x4. They can be a hair thinner. So let's do the math there. Your 2x4 is normally 3.5. A 2x6 is 5.5. So if I cut that and rip it down the middle, it'd be a little thinner than a 2x4, but still quite strong enough. All that's going to happen is somebody's going to sit on it. So I can rip that at 2 3/4. And double the yield I get out of this single 2x6. Does that make sense what I did, guys? Mike, how you doing, buddy? So that's what I think the plan is. I'm going to save the 2x4s. I've got my 58-inch pieces for the seat runners, for the stringers. And now all the smaller stuff, I'm going to try to get out of this 2x6 that's all crowned out, because it won't be good for anything else. And I might actually be able to get the rest of the small pieces for all 3 of the benches out of that single 2x6. That's the plan anyway. Let me get this 2x4 out the way. Hope everybody's staying cool today. It is hot enough to make the devil sweat. But we're going to be all right. We're going to be all right, I think. Move these 2x4s out of the way. Man, that truck is beautiful. I wish I'd had the camera where we can see it. Oh, boy, I got a big brand new King Ranch. That if I had that truck and he had a feather up his butt, we'd both be tickled. I'll say it that way. All right. Let's make her happen, Captain. So what I intend to do is I'm going to take this big 2x6. I'm going to run it behind you. Again, for those of you that are just joining in, if I'm going to run a big power tool like the table saw, the miter saw, the noise canceling may take it out of the equation, but just in case, I'll let you guys know ahead of time before I operate it. So those of you that are sensitive to sound, you can cut the volume down. And when I come back on screen, I'll give you a thumbs up. Then that means I'm done with it for the moment. You can turn back up. And that looks like the spot where I'm at right now. I just got it. I'm just a cool cat. Yeah, you are. Mike, take a load off. Sit in the house. I'm the only one that's got shit beating down my door. You and Jacob been running like hell the last couple of weeks, haven't you? Headache. Y'all ran and got that consignment gig. Sold all that stuff at the craft show. Y'all been assholes and elbows, man. Take a load off for a minute. Ain't nobody going to sue you if you rest. You can kick back, crack one of them frosted barley pops, and let me entertain you for a little bit. How about that? Mr. Rusty, good to see you, friend. We got another show in 2 weeks. Damn, Mike. Well, at least I ain't got to go hauling all this shit to a show. I mean, I build these benches, and then they pretty much come get them, which is cool, because the more of these I sell each weekend, the closer I get to being able to pay some other sumbitch to crawl under that damn Silverado and get that transmission done. I do not want to fuck with it. I swear I do not want to be under there. I'm lazy as shit when it comes to that. I just don't want to lay underneath the damn truck all day. So if I can pay somebody with a lift and get them to do it, shit, all the better. And if I turned a bunch of garbage wood into a new transmission for the truck, that's a fucking magic trick to me. Presto, abracadabra. All right, guys, I'm going to sneak around behind you. I'm going to run that miter saw, so it gives you hell in the ears. Turn your volume down. That saw is going to be right behind you. When I come back with a thumbs up, I'll be done. So right now, I'm cutting these guys at 18 inches for the seat slats. This piece is crooked. Good Lord. It's all right, though. I don't care if it's crooked. For those of you that are still listening, the beauty about making this stuff out of reclaimed things and the beauty of the design of the bench itself is that I left myself some wiggle room to fudge things a little bit. For example, like what I'm doing with this 2x6. Noise. And what I mean by fudging it is that those seat slats only got to hold 200-something pound person up in the air. And they're only 18 inches long, so they'll hold a considerable load. Which means I don't have to make them 3.5. I can make them 2 3/4. And they'll still do the job. And because of that, that means I get to rip this 2x6 in half, double my yield out of the one board. All right. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, let's get 2 more. All right. So I cut me 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces at 18 inches out of that 2x6, and I could see why this thing went sideways. It makes sense. For those of you that are just getting into woodworking, I'm going to show you something. This board, you see that dot right there? That's the very center of the tree when they cut everything down. That's called the pith. And the pith is the original remnant of the skinny branch that emerged from the ground as the tree just started to grow when it was a seedling. Because of that, a board that has the pith contained therein is highly, highly likely to go squirrely on you once you cut it out and release it from the center of the tree. So it makes perfect sense that that 2x6 just went stupid because it had that pith in the middle. And in retrospect, that's actually a beneficial thing, because since I'm going to rip these down the middle, I'm going to split that pith in half, and all I'm going to be left with is good quarter sawn lumber on both sides. So that works out really good. Oh, Rusty got that gimbal set up. I need to get mine set up finally. I just ain't had some, it hasn't been high on the priority list, so I ain't fucked with it yet. I will eventually. I just hadn't had enough round to it. Which, for those of you anywhere except in the southern U.S., a round to it is a form of currency that you have to have in order to pay to get things done. That's why you'll hear some of us say, well, you're going to get that done? I'll do it when I get around to it. I don't have a round to it, so I can't pay you around to it to do it. For those of you with a laser engraver, that's a hell of an idea. I don't have a laser engraver, but I bet you can make some money off it. Cut yourself some little circular wooden coins and laser engrave the words round to it. I bet people will buy those. Nice little gag gift or whatever. Look, you always say you do something when you got around to it. Well, now you got around to it. All right, next operation, I'm going to rip these down the middle. Then we'll get ready to add our 15-degree bevels onto the back sides of all these and start stabbing frames together. For those of you that have just joined us, I hate to admit it because I like to think of myself as a strong man, but I have been getting bullied and I need your help. Walk over there and beat the hell out of that like button, will you? And if you trip over that subscribe button on the way over there to kick the likes buttons at, well, then he had it coming. Don't even worry about it. Go over there and teach his ass a lesson. I believe I am somewhere in the neighborhood of about 880 subscribers. And I would love to get my ass to 1,000. If I do, I actually got a present I want to give away. Here, I'll show you. Hold on. I snuck down to the tool shop, and I won't give the surprise away, but I picked up this and a little something inside there. I think I'm going to give that away. Part of my 1,000 sub giveaway. What do you think? Does that sound good? Yeah. No, no, no. Maybe I want to keep it. Hell, I don't know. It's nice. That's all I'm saying. It's nice. Hell of a lot nicer than anything I use in the shop, that's for sure. Lions Fix Shop, good to see you, friend. All right, where the hell was I? We got our two pieces at 58. We're going to continue to build our seat frame. Again, this piece being 58. Then we're going to run 4 pieces, 18 inches with a 15-degree bevel like this. I cut a 2x6, and I'm going to rip that down the middle to double my yield. Since I have 3 benches to make today, 6 of these 18-inch pieces will get me 12 of the seat runners, 4 for each of the 3 benches. Get this done, get it out the door, pocket us a good $500. What do you think? I'd be willing to bet ain't none of you going to be mad about that even a little bit if you end up making $500 just farting around. And I guess when you stop and you think about it, it could be a decent business model for somebody. You do $500 a weekend, 4 weekends, that's $2,000 a month. That's an extra, what, $24,000 a year? Just spending your shop time farting around and building cool benches. I'm going to run that table saw. You guys mind your ears. When I come back and thumbs up, I'm done with it. All right. These could have worked out any better. See how I got that pith right out of the middle of it. And that left me with good quarter sawn lumber that I'll be able to make my slats out of. And that yielded me 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So now we've got enough for all 3 of the benches we got to make today. But for the first one that I'm going to walk you guys through, we only need 4. So I'm going to set these to the side. And if you guys want to hang out after I get this one done, and you want to watch me batch out the other 2, I ain't going to be mad at you, but I ain't going to make you endure all that if it's boring. Well, hell, I guess you don't have to endure it right now if you don't want to. I appreciate you being here. All right. So the next thing I need to do is, now that this is 18 inches, I got to give myself a 15-degree bevel on the end of each one of those, like so. Now what that does is, the frame that we were talking about here, this is a seat, the table, and a seat. And if I cockeye one of those 15 degrees back, that lets my seat back rest against it at a 15-degree angle and makes it a hell of a lot more comfortable to sit in instead of being up and down like an idiot. So I'm going to chop those 15-degree bevels on each of these. Then we'll get this frame stabbed up, and we'll be about halfway done with the first frame and ready to go. After that, we just need a bunch of slats to cover it. When we get there, it'll make more sense, I promise. All right, I'm going to go miter saw these down real quick. Watch your ears. Okay. All right, y'all. So I cut these 18 inches. I cut it back bevel at 15 degrees on this side. If you're following along, square to long is 18 inches. Don't make this 18 inches. I mean, you can. It's not going to change much of anything, but make sure you do this. Everything's going to come together a lot neater and a lot nicer. June, good to see you. Appreciate you coming in. So let's start putting together this seat frame while we're all here. I was smart enough that I threw my batteries on the charger this time before I got started. Trying to eliminate as many times as I fumble around like an idiot. Although those will be frequent, because I am, in fact, a moron. But I'm a crafty moron. So that makes me useful, right? About all we can ask for. I'll address the elephant in the room if it is an elephant in the room. My wife got up today about to throttle me because I got rid of all the this and that. Now she says I look about 20 years younger than I did, which I guess is kind of a good thing. I mean, I ain't mad at it. All right. So this instance, what I did, I don't know how to change it from top chat to all chat. I can't see what the hell everybody else is saying. Mods, if they're doing something stupid, go kick them in the nuts. I trust you guys. Switch up and get my 3 1/4 inch indoor outdoor screws. Start zipping this sucker together. Now then. Devil, I'm telling you now, none of that British horse shit I'm going to tolerate. None of it. I'm kidding. This is an American live. Don't come in here with any of that oi-ois and top of the mornings and all that. No, I'm fucking kidding, man. How you doing, Devil? You good? How's it dangling? Short, shriveled, and to the left. Electric Riddler, good to see you, buddy. I want to pass on a tip to the new guys. When I'm going to drive more than one screw to attach pieces together, what I want you to do in all cases that you can is toe screw them against each other. What I mean is drive them like this, so that the two opposing, when you try to pull one out, it's pulling laterally on the other one. So it's going to have hell trying to come apart. You'll get a lot more sturdy joint that way. Right now, all I'm doing is attaching the 2 slats to the very ends of the 58-inch runners. Then I'll give you the dimensions. We'll talk about where to put the 2 inner ones for the seats. Y'all want some music, or what do you think? All right, now I'm attaching the other side. And I know this is about the 3rd or 4th live I've done about these damn benches. But I cannot overemphasize just how much stinking money these things end up bringing in again and again. So even though I've built them about 1,000 times, they're boring as hell. I'm going to keep collecting a paycheck because that pays the light bill. You know, maybe it'll pay your light bill too. They're dead simple to make. I mean, at this point, hell, I made them so many times. At this point, I'd make one damn near in my sleep. Which really makes this not me building something as much as just spending the afternoon shooting shit with you guys. and hopefully given the opportunity, as Fat Albert used to say, getting in a little bit of trouble, and if you're not careful, you might accidentally learn something. Hey, hey, hey. Wait, I can't talk about that because he's canceled, isn't he? Money is, in fact, excellent. Money does not buy happiness, but it buys all the shit that I need to stop distracting me from pursuing happiness. Use a big F-style clamp to pull this together. The wood's a little on the warp side, as we said, but not enough that we can't circumvent it. Drive a couple in there, Brandon. Good to see you, buddy. Oh. I'm still sipping on that store brand Mountain Dew. Good stuff. Hit the spot on a 100-degree day like this. Of course, your mileage may vary. You may have a nice Budweiser in your hand or something. Okay. So now I've got the frame all put together. Damn, I don't know. Should I crank y'all down so you can see what the hell I'm doing? Or do you even care? Am I explaining it well enough? Or do y'all even give a damn about the bench I'm making? You just here watching me build stuff. Some people are like that. Wait for somebody to pop off like they did 2 lives ago. There was a guy that was in here watching and didn't say anything. And I asked for feedback like that. And he pops off and says, "This is supposed to be ASMR. Shut the hell up and build something." Aye, aye, Capitan. Fucking on it. You got to be an asshat about it. Robert says, "Let us see." All right. Let me work this out. Here we go. So I've got my 58-inch pieces here. These are 18. There's that 15-degree bevel that kicks it back. And this whole thing is built together kind of like in an A-frame. Now we'll talk about how far to set these in from this side so that we get our seat dimension figured out. And we'll be able to go from there. Right. Let me flip this back around now. Set you guys back where you was. All right. So for the seat dimensions, believe it or not, I know this sounds awful for those of you who have challenges with their weight or whatever. Be understanding that I'm not over here talking shit. I'm not trying to whatever. But I usually gauge the person that's about to buy it. And if they're a bit of a wide body, then I may move the seats out a little bit so they got room to get in there. Or if they're near a little rail, then I may give them more table in the middle. It's just kind of tweaking it around. But the default is 18 inches inside to inside. That's where I start most of the seats at. What that does, inside to inside 18 inches gives me an overall seat width of about 21 inches, which I measure most kitchen chairs, and they're like 17, 19. 21 seems a bit luxurious. You know what I mean? Lets them have a little room to wiggle around and shit. Not feel cramped up. Whew! And that soda hit the spot. Okay. Where did I set my damn tape measure at? Where the hell did you put my tape measure? Shit. Don't argue with me. I handed it to you, and then you set the summits down, and now we can't find it. Never mind, I found it. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to come at you like that. I set it down. But if you'd paid more attention where the hell I put it, then I would have been running around here like a chicken with my head cut off trying to find where the hell my tape is. Damn. Don't y'all love people like that? The shop knows. Yeah. All right. So like I said, from the inside of that board that I put in, I'm going to measure 18 inches over, and that's going to be, well, how the hell do I explain this? Here. The two of them will be like so, and I'm measuring 18 inches from here to here. Not from out here to out here, but inside to inside. That's how I arrive at the 21 inches we need. So let me get my marks. 18 inches. In from each side. I also do not care about what the overall is doing. So I'll measure in from this side 18, in from that side 18, and whatever the middle does, the middle does. The table's almost irrelevant as far as its actual dimension. Which again, a minute ago I was talking about the wiggle room that you get. The cool part with these that makes them so easy to build with reclaimed scrap lumber is that the seat backs, for example, call for 24-inch pieces. And I bet you $1 that if I cut the damn things at 23 7/8, nobody's going to sue me over it. Or 23 3/4, you know, whatever. Gavin, good to see you, buddy. Kind of like I did with these 2x6s, as you guys saw. I didn't use 3.5-inch 2x4s like we normally would. We ripped a 2x6 down the middle, and that's going to be plenty strong enough. And we can still get our dimensions the way we need them. Everybody's happy. Threatening the gnome. You damn right I'm threatening the gnome. Screw that little shit. The gnome kiss my ass. All right, so I've got these in 18 inches. I'm going to go ahead and screw them home. Drive a couple more of these 3.5-inch indoor-outdoor screws in. Again, for those of you that are brand new, if you're watching this later or you're watching it now, make sure you have a way to do what's called a countersink on all of your screws. If you try to screw it directly into the wood without giving it a pilot hole to follow, then instead of screwing its way into the wood, it decides instead that it's going to shove all of the wood fibers out of the way. And that's how you end up splitting a board. because the pressure of the wood getting shoved aside exudes enough to overcome the integrity of the fiber, and it just breaks. So you want to put a counter screw in there or a countersink and make sure that we're good to go. Mudlarks, good to see you, friend. Hope you guys are all having a wonderful Saturday. All right. Let's put another pair of our decking screws into this side. Lock this dimension down. I said it earlier, and I'd like to tell you again, I am currently at 880 subs. I'm cruising to get to 1,000. Hopefully, that gets more people to be able to find what we're up to. Maybe the algorithm starts showing more folks, whatever. So if you feel compelled to do so and you think I've earned it, like I was saying earlier, I hate to admit it because I like to think of myself a strong man, but that like button's been bullying me. So do me a favor, just go knock the damn taste out of its mouth. And if you end up kicking the crap out of that subscribe button while you're walking by, well, that's some bitch had it coming too. Don't feel bad about doing it. Together we'll get to about 1,000 subs. Keep on going. And hopefully teach more people to do this kind of stuff. I think it's oh, thank you, Mooney. Appreciate you. I think now more than ever, without getting political about it, the only thing I will say is this: if I built it, you can't tariff it. Simple as that. Oh yeah, good to see you. Your sub Eugene's House of Crafts. We need to start doing some crafts. 25s we dig up. There you go. That's another thing. You guys like and subscribe each other. I think there's a couple of you that are mods. If you got the power to do it, go make everybody else a mod. Well, except for the troll shit. You know what I'm talking about. The good people. Make them a mod. Let them share their channel, all that kind of stuff. Subscribing to someone doesn't cost you nothing. All it does is help them. There's no downside to it. Getting ready to get out of this heat. Yeah. That does sound like a damn plan. Problem is, Mooney, these benches that have been back and forth over the last few weeks, I got 3 of the damn things to make today. All of them chomping at the bit. You gonna have that ready today? I'm ready to pick it up. Shit. Okay, here we go. All right. So now this portion of our build is complete for our first bench. Like I said, I'll come back and I'll batch build the other two after the fact. If you want to stick around and talk with me doing it, I ain't gonna be mad at you. But some of you just may be here to figure out how to make it. To recap what I did, 2 pieces at 58 inches long, 4 pieces 18 inches long to square with a 15-degree bevel on the one side, and I made them into that frame. Everybody catch that? Everybody still looking to get it wrote down? I promise I'm going to find somebody that'll draw some damn plans, because, well, it's not that I can't. I just ain't got no damn time. I'm just running 100 miles an hour. Ain't really had time to sit down and do it. That requires desk time. All right. So we've completed the seat frame. Let's get our marker and we'll talk about the next thing we're going to make. We're going to build a couple of assemblies that look just like this. Now this will give us our armrest, our front leg, and our back leg, so we can attach them to both sides of that frame, and we're all set. Then all we got to do is put the backs on, the slats. Shit, we're done. Let's get you some dimensions on here. I'm going to try to do this because I know the camera inverts shit. If that come out right. Did I write backwards okay? Yeah, it looks like I did. So that's what we're going to make. 23 inches square to square on the front leg, 21 3/4 square to the 15 on the back, and 2 15-degree bevels on the 24 3/4 for the back leg. Let's make that happen. Hoo-wee. Damn, Mooney, thank you, man. Y'all, that's the first damn super chat somebody sent me. And I don't even know what the hell to do with myself right now. Thank you, Mooney. Thank you. All right. Moving on. Let's get these. Shit, let me get my head back in the game. Damn it. Let me get another board out of our construction pile they delivered to us. We'll work out those 2 frames we got to make. Damn it. I will, Mooney. Shit. I'm grabbing another board, and I guess I might take you down so you guys can see exactly another one of these benefits of this bench build that I do. Give me a second. Let me swap things around here. Y'all show some love to Mooney, please. That was a hell of a... Mr. Gandara, good to see you, friend. Yep, I did. I left it going because, well, tell you the truth, I had a call and there was a bit of a medical emergency for some folks. And I didn't want to interrupt everybody's conversation, so I just left them in there to talk. And then after everything happened, I was so damn wiped out, I went to bed. Come up this morning, Pilato had already sent me an email telling me, you know, you left your line going all night long, right? Yeah, I know. Which was good because come to find out they were in there jaw jacking for another hour and a half after I left. So, hell, let it go. Let me show you what I meant by the benefits of this. As you can tell, our board has seen better days. Crooked as a dog pecker, I guess you'd call it. I shouldn't have said it that way. Sorry. It is definitely not of any caliber to be usable lumber in a construction capacity, right? But again, the benefit for me is that the pieces I'm in that the effect of that crown and that bend and that twist is so minimal that it's negligible. It really doesn't even matter. You know what I mean? I can cut this down to 18, 20-inch pieces, and what used to be a gigantic rainbow is now much smaller. And it really doesn't affect anything. They do. You're right, plywood. Sorry about that. I confused him for a woodpecker. I did. Thank you for squaring me away on my biology there, boss. All right. So let's look at our motion of the ocean that we're dealing with. See if we can determine the length out of this thing. See if we can get everything we need out of it. Now this thing is literally so crooked, I'm going to have to measure to a point, put a hash mark, and then measure from the hash mark the other way, because if I tried to measure out, if I tried to measure it straight, I'd be out in the middle of the air. I'm not measuring the right thing. So, tell you what, I'm going to go 8 foot this way. Bam. So I know I got roughly 8 foot that way. And I got roughly 6 feet this way. So I got 168 inches, give or take, for a 14-foot board. So let's do some mathing. 168. We know we need 2 at 23, 2 at 25, 2 at 22. So 23, 25, 22, 3, 5, 8, 10, carry the 1, 90 inches. I can get all of my armrest assemblies out of this one board. And now it's about being strategic, because literally this sucker, when you look down it, it goes here, then it crooks back this way, then it bows back the other direction all the way down to the other end of the board. So we got to be strategic about how we cut this thing out. Make sure we get everything done the right way. Let's see. The other thing I want to check is if the reason this thing is as crooked as it is because it's got the pith running through the middle of it. For those of you that's been tuned in long enough, that other 2x6 I had the pith during the middle, and that attributes to it going squirrely because that was the path that the original seedling took growing up out of the ground. And when you relieve the pressure of cutting all the rest of the body off of the tree, well, then it wants to go back to the way it used to be in the very beginning. All right, let's mark this out. Stop talking and start doing. 23, 46. But if you're going to cut or lay out multiple cuts on a long board like this, keep in mind that your saw has a width to it. It's called a kerf. And that's going to subtract a certain amount of material that you're going to lose. In my case, it's 1/8 of an inch. So when I do my measurements, I cumulatively add another 1/8 of an inch to everywhere I'm marking, so that I attribute or I calculate for that missing sliver of material that the saw blade gets rid of. Hopefully those of you that are in the know aren't insulted, feeling like I'm talking down to you, but I think a lot of newbies watch what I'm up to. And I'd love for them to be able to understand it all, with the little things that maybe some of the other channels don't quite explain the way they should. All right. So I'm going to run the miter saw. Watch your ears, guys. I'm going to cut and make those two 23-inch cuts real quick. And we'll move on to laying out the rest of this. Get my pencil and remark every time because I want to make sure I stay nice and consistent. 23. Two at 21 3/4. A 15-degree back bevel. I lost the little fuzzy dingy off the end of my microphone. Let me put it back on. All right. There's those two. Now we need two 24 3/4 long to short. Cool. We got our two hind legs. They're set. We have our two front legs. They're here. And we have our two armrest pieces. 21 3/4 with a 15-degree back bevel on it. All right. Whew. Drink water. Whoosh. I don't want to look at this thermometer, but I'm going to. Yeah. Still at about 101. Okay. Remember that pith I was talking about? There it is. That was what we can attribute all the squirrely twisting to. But again, these were cut out of the most crooked part. And since it's so short, the amount of bow that it gave is negligible. It doesn't even matter. So I'm going to crank you down to see my belly. Get things out of the way. And we'll build our arm and armrest assemblies. Which will go like so. Instead about like that. I don't know if you guys can see that with the damn. There we go. How about that? Now, the first one I'm going to build with these on top, and the next one I'm going to build with them on bottom, because then I've got a left side for the bench and a right side, and they're mirror images of one another. Now, if you want it, I've made this really easy on myself. I'm making myself a template jig here that I slap in place, and that lets me position all my pieces consistently the way they're supposed to go. Let's get these screwed down. Again, you remember that toenailing I was talking about where you're crossing the screws? We're doing that here because it's going to lend a lot of strength to make sure that these will never come apart. Now what I've done is, if this screw tries to back out, it's pulling against the side of this other one and trying to rip it out this way. And that's never going to happen. So they lend a lot of strength to one another doing it that way. Other one dingus. Boom. Just like that. We got a leg assembly. Did I cut that at 25 3/4 like a dingus? I bet I did. It's all right. Let's correct that. I would have rather have cut it too long than too short. Let's grab ourselves a framing square. Square that out. Go over the miter saw and chop that off real quick. Perfect. Looks good for my house. Now, we'll take our other leg, since I probably cut it too long too. Gang them together, trace it out. Make the adjustment over here too. Hey, all right. Hot dog. All right. So we got one side down. Now we'll do the next one. And instead of setting the armrest underneath like I talked about, what I'm going to do is I'm going to invert what I've done to set it mirror image to the first, with my back leg on the right instead of on the left, which will accomplish the same thing. And give myself a big willy of a splinter. There you go. It'll be all right. I'll dig that out later. Okay, let's lock this board down. Close the angles. Let's drive these home. Then we'll get ready for the next operation. Good, good, good. I love it. You know, I think I might, with your permission, take myself a little bit of a break. Catch up on the chat. The hell you guys are doing. That's a perfect example of all the glossary words of what it should not be. Uh-oh. Kevin, good to see you, friend. Oof. All right. I'm going to take a load off for a second and get some of this liquid in me. Shoot shit with you guys for a minute. Don't get dizzy. Relax. Give me a minute. I got this damn tripod. My plan is I'll get you guys up here on the table so my old ass won't look like an idiot trying to read what y'all are saying. All right. Going down. Elevator going down. Whew. So we're a hour and 20 into it. We've already built our seat frame. We've built our arm assemblies. Dang, man, you need to clean your shop. You damn right I do. Listen. Never, ever in the history of this channel have I ever said that this shop would be a studio shop. Would it be an immaculate shop? Would it be anything except for just what it is? Personally, it drives me nuts, all them damn people that got them shops that look like showrooms and can eat off the damn floor. Probably walk in there and it smells like professional cleaning crews. Doesn't even smell like wood dust or anything. I don't want to learn from people like that. I'd rather learn from people that are like me. Real people that do real shit. Ain't gonna be nothing fake about what I do, you know? And yeah, I have ADHD sometimes. Well, I have ADHD all the time. But I'll get in the zone, hyper focused, building whatever the hell I'm building. And I get done cutting. There's the drop. Chuck some, get out of the way. I need to get to work. So I do that a lot. And I do. I get in here and straighten it up best I can. Any of you who are ADHD, this will make sense to. Don't clean up my shop because I'm not looking for shit where it's supposed to be. I'm looking for shit where I put it. And if I put it there, then that's where the hell it is. You know what I mean? It sounds stupid. It's ridiculous. This is all cluttered to anybody else. It's nonsense. But you ask me where the hell anything in there, I'll go get it. 2 minutes. Tops. Whew. Starting to cool off a little bit. The neighbors are leaving. A couple of them girls with them buzz cuts drive a Subaru. John, good to see you. They're good people. Their damn dog gets out all the time. What are you gonna do? Woodchucker, good to see you, friend. Okay, so what have we got done so far? We got the seat slats here. We got that assembly done. We cut 2 pieces at 58. We got 4 pieces at 18 inches, cut with a 15-degree bevel on the back like that. Got all that stabbed together. Then we built our arm assemblies, look like so. We got a left and a right. Those are there. Another reason that I chose all the dimensions that I chose. Why isn't this a 1/2 inch bigger? Why isn't that a 1/2 inch smaller? Why isn't it, you know what I mean? Why did I choose all of those dimensions the way they are? Is because of the next step. The cool part is that when I want to determine where I set the seat on this arm and I want to get ready to attach it, you're going to love this. Call this one of our 18-inch pieces that go on the side, right? Well, the exact spacing of where to put this in relation to the arm is 1 2x4 up. That's where you'll attach everything. And that only works out with the dimensions that I've given you. So it makes it real dead simple. You just slap these arms up on your bench. You slap a couple pieces of scrap 2x4 in between, lay your frame in, screw it, and you're done. Makes it a hell of a lot easier. I love your notebook. Oh, drawing on the damn scrap? Yeah, I do that all the time. And I got shit written all over just about every jig I got. But you know, that comes from years in the past being a home builder or being a house framer or a roofer. You just got to jot something down. Just write the damn thing on the 2x4. It's going to be there and you ain't going to lose it. Your 2x4 isn't going to blow away. So you just jot it on scrap. Chuck, are you doing all right? I was going to ask you about something while I'm taking a break here. Now, this comes from the Wally world, I know that. But as part of some crap that I saw at a yard sale, I got this guy for the Dremel. Are them burrs worth a damn for me to be able to do any carving with, you think? See all these little dinky burrs down there? I don't know. I think I'm going to give them a go. Worst case, I tore up a damn free rotary tool accessory kit from the Wally world. Just dodging the chair in the road. Well, you don't dodge it. Pick the damn thing up, take the house, build it again. Oh, man, that is hitting the spot. Now you could tell it's hot because I put about 5 fistfuls of ice in that cup and it's already melted and gone. Oof. So what are you guys building today? Anything? Maybe Kevin Ellis is cleaning his shop. I don't know. Shit. Oh, I'm trying, Will. I really am. I'm carving a tree. The hell, isn't it already a tree when you started? I don't know. That is the most ridiculous thing that just fell out of my mouth, but you got to admit that's kind of funny. We cut a tree down to turn it into lumber to make it into another tree. But shit, it was a tree to begin with. You know, I don't know. It's kind of ironic. Oh. All right, let me work out some space. So I can get these arms up here. Chuck, are them little burrs I got in that set worth a damn, or am I going to be wasting my time and just getting mad about it? I ended up in that little estate sale that I went to last weekend. Had that. And then it had the little cheapo Walmart Dremel was still in the box. Figure hell with it, I'll give it a go, I guess. Well, I went to an estate sale the end of last weekend, and as part of the estate sale, sadly enough, we've all encountered it. Granddad passed, and all the kids don't know what the hell to do with all the granddad stuff. Well, he had this in a box, Wally World Dremel, and this guy. I don't know if them little dinky ass burrs right there are going to be worth the damn to even try. I mean, when I see y'all doing it with them big honking some bitches. They're, you know, big fat carbide shits. These are little bitty dinky guys. I don't know if I've been wasting my time or what. Or maybe I'll do better just making a damn knife. Call it a day. Instead of trying with a Dremel. Shit, I don't know. Combination of the two. I don't know enough about wood carving for you. You know, that's why I'm asking y'all. Never know when you're going to need them. So, John, you're saying don't necessarily lean on them, but keep them around just in case, which makes sense. Get these arm assemblies up on the bench. Again, big shout outs to Fix It with Mooney, as he was the first one to throw a super chat at me. I didn't ask for it. It doesn't mean I'm any less appreciative for it. That's for sure. That's pretty hellified. Who's the new guy? Yeah, I know, right? I woke up today. My wife got up and just about ready to throttle my ass because I cut it all off. I personally think it makes me look about, I don't know, at least 5 years younger. Get rid of all the damn gray. Stop waking up in the morning and reminding myself in the mirror that I'm an old fart, you know? It's a lot closer to what I look like in the Army, minus this shit. Which is sad. Absolute truth, I got to tell you. Listen, the reason that I got to keep this, no bullshit. I personally think it makes me look like Shaggy from fucking Scooby-Doo. But my wife has a taste that lets her detest clean-shaven men. So that's my compromise. I left her little chin whiskers to make up for it. Which she agreed to. She said that was good enough. It wasn't optimal, but it's close enough. I ain't nothing wrong with gray plywood, but the problem is I ain't got grooming going on like you and the rest of them guys do. Let me be completely transparent and honest. Because I spent so much time in the Army, straight away, right out of high school, and when I was a kid, I didn't grow up in the best kind of place. Okay. So you figure out pretty quick that keeping a shaved head and a clean face eliminates the opportunity for somebody to have something to grab a hold of. And I kept it that way for so long that I never bothered trying to, how to tease hair or feather crap or do braids or, grooming beards. I didn't even worry about it because I was going to buzz it all off every damn week anyway. Sad thing to admit that kind of shit, but I'm not necessarily mad about it because it is evidence of the life that I lived. A life that I can say I'm quite proud that I survived. Right? And God forbid I lived through everything that I lived through and I didn't ever bother to learn how to tame a beard. All right. I'm looking for a couple of pieces of scrap 2x4 that I'll use to get ready to set our seats in place. Oh, you're fine. You're fine, Caleb. Don't worry about it. I know some of you might think it's silly, think it's gratuitous, or think that I'm selling out or some garbage like that. But I got to looking at the channel analytics and stuff, and it looks like won't be long if I really get after it and get some help from folks like y'all that I could have 1,000 subscribers. And if that's the case, that means I'm another step closer to being able to do this a lot more consistently and a lot more frequently for y'all. So doing so, I'm going to go right over y'all's head. Well, I get the arms positioned out right. All right, watch your head. Go right over the top of you. And the idea is, it sounds silly and it sounds gratuitous, but I wanted to find a way to say thanks. And I ain't made of money. I thought, damn, I could do something. I would like to see you, buddy. So as transparent as it gets, I ran over across town and I talked to one of them tool guys. We don't know those guys. The ones that they go to the auction, buy all the damn tools from Home Depot, Lowe's, all that shit. Go see him. Figured that wouldn't be so expensive. My mic guy? Am I back? Can you hear me now? Sorry about that. Let me plug this damn thing in. I don't know what happened. All right, you guys got me again? Sorry about that. Where was I? Remind me where the hell I was at, because all right, let's try that one. Thank you, Pilato. Sending me all these damn mics. Let's plug that guy in. Let it charge. There we go. I'll set you right there. And then, all right, let me find a way to string this up around my neck because I ain't got. Wait, that one's got a clip on it. I could swap the clips. We just do that. I do have a good idea every once in a while. Just don't come to expect it. I'll move the clip over to this one. Clip you right there. We're back in business. Shit. Speaking of Pilato, he's live too. Damn. Well, let me hurry up and finish saying what I was saying, and if you guys want to go see Pilato or whatever, then I get it. So what I did was I went across town to go talk to the tool guy. You know, that guy that, you know, he buys all the pallets from Home Depot and Lowe's and shit like that. And he cut me a deal. I figured I'd give this guy away. Want to hit 1,000 subscribers. It ain't the coolest in the world. It's what I could afford. The Milwaukee M12 fuel drill and driver set. A couple batteries and a charger. I said it ain't that big a deal, but maybe it will be sufficient to let everybody understand how appreciative I am of them. I hope, anyway. Reckon my plan is I'll give that away on the Friday night shooting the poop after I hit 1,000. You know, none of that. You got a $5 super chat, no raffle, no bullshit like that. Just be a subscriber and show your support. That's good enough for me. And I'll put together one of them damn wheels and spin it off. We'll give it to somebody. Y'all think that would be work? You think that's good enough? Anyway, I digress. If you guys feel like you want to much rather go watch Pilato, I get it. I'm going to keep on building this. Or if you want to bounce back and forth, you want to stick around, I'm more than thankful for you doing it. Mr. Stanford, good to see you, friend. Kevin, I hope it's good enough. I'm just some poor ass Mexican over here in Texas, man. I ain't got money falling out of my ass to do stuff like that, but I thought I'd try. Like I said, it's better than the damn set I use in the shop. Hope it also points to the fact that I think it would be disingenuous for me to sit here and build things with brand new, nice 20-volt brushless fucking DeWalt's or whatever, you know. Here, let me spin you around this way. I think it's a bit disingenuous because my whole channel is trying to teach people how to make do with what they got. And I'm damn sure showing that by rocking a $500 fucking tool set, right? You know, I'll just keep using these damn old Black & Deckers, and when they break, I'll fix them and we'll keep going. I think that remains more true to the spirit of what I'm trying to teach. I want to watch rich people do stuff. I get cable. Yeah, exactly. There's plenty of damn people out there that show you vest tools and fucking Powermatics and all that other shit. I'd much rather make a damn channel for the regular Joes that's just got regular ass tools and we get by with what we got. Even if we got to make the damn tool we need, let's just do it. Hell, you guys are sitting on a tripod right now that I built out of scrap wood. I mean, seems to be doing fine. I'm gonna put some screws down in this part now. Again, remember I'm toenailing, so I'm cock-eyeing them screws against each other so that they won't, one won't let the other one pull itself out. Ah, shit. There you go. That arm's a little wonky because I had a stroke last year, so it doesn't want to be very strong. But we got her together. All right, pull our clamps off. Move our spacers. While I'm undoing this side, you guys might notice that damn license plate up there, DVD 6969. That is not a vanity plate. That is an honest-to-God license plate issued by the state Texas Department of DPS to an old Ford Expedition I had. And I thought that was the funniest damn thing I'd ever seen in my life. I figured I'd keep that damn license plate. Thought it was hilarious. All right, y'all watch your head. I'm gonna pick this up over the top of you, set it outside so we can see where we're at. I anticipate because we use that warp construction lumber, there may be some tweaks we need to do. Maybe not. It looks like it's going to be quite fine. Let's crank y'all around, let you see what's up. Look. Don't dox me with my damn license plate. Y'all knock it off. That makes sense how all that come together now? Not too shabby, huh? All right. So that's the frame for one bench down. Let's get the backs on it. Get the slats on it. We'll get that damn thing down the road. Make a little money. 1 hour and 55 minutes in. Another junk 2x4. See, I think I got 8 foot on this one. I think it's just a stud. Well, I'm the stud, but I think it's 8 foot. Shit, never mind, it's 10 foot. Good deal. Okay. Those of you following along. We started. Oh shit, I'll put y'all back over there. Oh, that worked out well. Okay. Let's let y'all over there out of the way. Not that you're in the way, but you're in the damn way. All right. So we'll go, we got 10 foot here. To catch up to where we were. Remember, we built this frame. We'll write the dimensions down so that everybody can get it. Screenshot it, whatever the hell you want to do. And I'm writing all this backwards so the mirror image of the live doesn't screw it up. Okay. 2 at 58, 4 at 18. Cut with a 15-degree bevel on that side. Put all that together into a frame. Then we built our 2 arm assemblies with this. Now the next thing we need to do is we need four uprights to hold, because that'll be our seat backs. So now we need 4 pieces cut at 24 inches. Now I'm getting good at writing backwards. All right. So again, if you got sensitivity in the ears or you got tinnitus from the army or whatever the hell you got, here in a second I'm going to kick the miter saw on. You can cut the volume down, and when I give you a thumbs up, it shows you that I'm done cutting, and you can kick it back up again. "58 is upside down." The hell you say it is? And then I turned it over to write this other shit. Yeah. Lions is back. Brothers from across the pond. Good to see you, man. I'm just about to make the uprights to go on bench number 1. Let's take this old 10-foot 2x4. Shout out to 731 Woodworks, who always calls them 2x4 instead of 2x4s. We'll cut our 4 uprights. Then we'll get ready to start using the pallet wood and make the slats to build it out. All right, guys, I'm going to run that saw. Y'all mind your ears. Two. Pretty nice day to be out of here. Birds are all raising hell talking to each other. Bueno. Hasta cuatro más. Let's get after the rest of it. Check that thermometer again. I want to make sure I don't have a damn heat stroke. It's still not all that bad. Barely 102. Once it gets close to 105, then I start thinking about going in the house. What are you up to today, Lions? You getting any shop time in today? Hope everybody's having a good time today. Which, now that I mention it, I was talking about that damn Milwaukee set. Unfortunately, Lions, I'm sorry. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to afford to ship that damn thing over to England, so I think I gotta make it US only. Hell, I don't know. Whew. All right. What I think I might do is bring it back in out of the sun. Stay in here. I'm starting to sweat. It's getting me. Bring it in out of the sun. Put the seat backs on. Get ready to fab the frame for the table. Check my mic again. Okay, it still says it's good. Make some room. Bring that back in. There we go. Whew. All right, now all these guys will screw right in place. Right there, here, here, and then one at each end. And then that'll be a seat back, that'll be a seat back. We'll make a connection here, and the table will be like so. Grab some one-handed clamps. Get everything seated in place. When I put these in, we find another scratch paper. Here we go. Find my marker. What'd I tell you about moving things? What'd you do with my damn marker? All right. So I'm going to show you what I do when I set these boards in place if you're following along. Is I set them so that the leading edge of my 2x4 here is flush with the bottom of my seat back, my seat rail here. And that's how I keep them all consistent to the same height, so they all stick up the same amount. And it tends to give them the most meat to grab a hold of with all the different screws we're going to put in. Minimizes the tendency of it wanting to render itself apart. One straight through the back. Then I'll toenail another one into this side. Come on, fingers. There we go. Now we'll do the same to the inside of the other side. Inside of the other side. Inside of the side. I almost made a reference to somebody named Dave there, shouldn't have. If any of you have ever experienced a stroke, it seems odd. How sometimes the temperature decides whether or not your arm's going to work worth the damn. It's kind of crazy. All right, there's that. I'll try to move you a little bit so you can see what's up. Yep. What, Jimmy, all I'm doing is this is our armrest. We're going to put another piece, same as the two in the center. Do it again. Thanks to everybody who put likes on the video. Appreciate it. Most definitely. $22. Damn. Okay. Must be doing something right. I just got your like. Now I'll keep on going and maybe you'll subscribe. I promise if you subscribe, I'll quit singing. All right. Now over to the other side. All right, set it flush on the bottom. Clamp there. Another one up top. Grab some screws and send this home. The other cool part about what I'm doing is that even if I don't have enough lumber sitting out there to build the 3 that I need to build, I can still build one, get it out the door, get it sold, use the proceeds from that to go buy more lumber, wrap up the other 2. For those of you who don't have a big shop, or you ain't got no money and you can't get no tools, listen, that's, in case you ain't figured it out, I'm a professional damn cheapskate. I will not buy a damn thing if I don't have to. And that's exactly how I got every damn tool I got, for the most part, including the phone, the cameras, the lights, all the shit. I get it because, for the same reason that I'm about to swap the transmission in the truck. Not because I'm paying for it, but because I built enough products that people want to buy, then come pick it up, and I use that as proceeds to pay for the things I need. The shop will build itself if you just build the things to get it started. It's a perpetual momentum that it developed. Before you know it, you got more damn tools than you know what to do with. Trust me, I know. All right. Seat backs are on. Now we need to put you guys in a different spot somehow. The hell. Y'all don't get dizzy. Give me a minute. I'm going to do that. Maybe try to shinny you guys in here. Let you watch from here. Does that work? Can y'all see all right? All right, so we've got all of our uprights put in, our arm assemblies are in. Now we need to build our frame here to hold our table, which shouldn't be too bad to do. We just got to get some referential measurements. And one of them is going to require something straight. I don't know if my level is going to be big enough to do it. I doubt it. It seems like I always try this, and every time I realize it's just a hair too short. So I have to resort to getting a big old stick of walnut, ironically. I set this walnut across, and now I know how high these need to be to remain coplanar with the rest of it. Hi. Did the chat die? We okay? Don't see anybody doing anything. If I don't see something in the next few minutes, I'll cut it off or something. Whew. Thank you for having joined as long as you have. Ooh. 2 hours and 16 minutes in. All right, let's get her done. Thank you, clouds. Oh, that feels good. Oh. It's an old punky rotten piece of 2x6. That's going to be perfect. We can make the frame for the table out of this. Plan is I'll quarter this. That'll be enough for me to make the 2 uprights and the 2 skids. There's a winner. A little hot. Okay. Yeah, I do believe. Chop this down into quarters. I don't know how to fix that. The damn chat's locked up. I ain't seen nothing since Lion said something about 10 minutes ago. Go tune in on the computer and see if it's jacked up on this end too. Two seconds. Oh, no, I'm here. No, I'm here. Let me look. Yeah, the damn chat froze up. So I got to switch over so I can see it on the computer. Hold on. 2 seconds. All right, why don't y'all try to say something again? Trucker, can you hear me? I was trying to fart around with this, and yeah, okay, the mic is working. I know that. Smart ass. No, the chat gave up on the phone, so I couldn't see anybody talking. I thought the whole damn thing went sideways. So I had to get the laptop so I could see. You guys are typing now. I see it. Cleaning out pool filters. Hashtag California problems. Look at that. I don't get a pool. I get to go find a chunk of mud and jump in it. y'all watch your ears. I gotta rip this 2x6 down so that I can make the upright that goes here. I think it's 110. What the hell did that say a minute ago where mine's at? How's the temperature? Right at that. Maybe 112, somewhere around there. That's why I'm going to start doing things a little slow. Don't need to mess around and give myself a heat stroke. I'm trying to be a freaking hero. Okay, so I use that scrap 2x6 and I ripped it down the middle. Now I'm going to rip each of those halves into quarters so that I will be able to use those for the table's frame. Perfect. We are making quite a bit of headway on it, Mike. We're getting there. I don't know if I'm doing a good job, but I'm doing a job. Now this old 2x6 is a little punky on the ends. So I'm going to use, because I've got excess on both ends, I can trim it off. Use good wood on both sides. All I'm doing is clamping everything up so that I can get everything dimensioned, make some marks, and I know where I got to put things. If you're new and you're just starting out, might I humbly recommend these quick grip clamps for no reason other than it will facilitate you getting things done by yourself. You don't need 3 hands to get anything knocked out. Hit that like button on the way. Hit the subscription button. Kick it in the damn mouth if you want to. I got 2 more rips out of that scrap 2x6 that I'm now going to use for the upright. But before I do, I'm going to give them a good end, get rid of that punky crap. Good. Now these guys will go right up in here, not like so. So I'm gonna move the damn clamp out of the way. Dipshit. Couple more clamps. Jab all this together. When y'all do me a favor, go over there and cut the damn heat off. What the hell y'all doing? Shit, it's hot. Turn the AC on. Yeah, shit. Buddy, I'm in the garage and I work for a living. I ain't got no damn AC in my shop. All right. Now I'm going to strike a line on all of these pieces so that I give myself accurate reference measurements. Oh, shut up, dog. Dog, you think about it, I'll bite you back. All right. All right, let's undo all this. Get all this cut the way we need. Then we can poke it all together. You see, you wouldn't help them much with the garage door open. Yeah. I don't know. It's starting to cloud up pretty good. Maybe we'll get a thunderstorm coming through. That would not hurt my damn feelings a bit. All right, let's chop some of this down. go there. The rain ruined the lawn mowing. Shit, that sucks. I tell you the damnedest thing. I got ready to cut the grass and I still got to do it over in our little yard. And I found out some little shit got in the door of my damn Godimer sound like Hank from King of the Hill. That little son of a bitch got a hold of my damn tool shed. Well, he got out there and he got the lawnmower out of the damn thing. And then the damnedest thing, I don't know why, he left a kid's Razor scooter in the damn shop or in the shed. I don't know why the hell he did that. I guess he couldn't push the mower and ride the scooter at the same time. Decided to ditch one. Thieving little shit. All right. That's the worst thing that happens to me today. I bet I'll survive. I like to take moments like that with a little bit of grace. And I like to think to myself that maybe it was just somebody desperate in a tight spot. Needed a little bit of help. Figure out a different way. I mean, maybe there just wasn't any option. He didn't kill nobody. He didn't take nothing that couldn't be replaced. So it is what it is, you know. Hello, Nikki. Good to see you. And I'm reminded of the phrase, holding a grudge is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. You ain't doing nothing but hurting yourself. All right, so we got our upright. Got our upright for the other side. We need to trim this guy down. A second, get this beat up. And don't get me wrong, I mean, I was hot about it, but I'm not going to let it consume me. You know, it is what it is. So now I'm going to take the frame pieces. I'm going to attach them like so. I need one left and one right. So they'll go on alternating sides like so. Then we'll button these in and you'll see what's going on. The struggle that we endure. I believe it was from 1952 all the way to the late 70s. Mike was the most common name given to a boy in the United States. Hell, I think at that point we're even more common than John. And I promise you, when you think about it, every one of you, go through your damn contacts in your book, and I promise you, you can count how many damn mics you got in your contacts. Short answer, too fucking many. And then people start resorting to giving us extra monikers to differentiate us. Like, you probably know a Mike, but you don't think of him as Mike. It's Fat Mike, Short Mike, Redhead Mike, Stuntman Mike. We all have some fucking adjective attached to us. So you can tell our asses apart. I think most of us wouldn't be that upset. Just make a blanket statement, say, "Hi, Mike," call it a day. Good enough. All right. I'll jab these into place. And then fuck off. Then we'll try to set this back down on the ground so y'all can get an idea of the progress, see where we're at. I think every mic in the world kind of agrees and we understand where the hell we're at. Ain't that right, Mike? See, if I say it that way, I guarantee there's like 5 mics going to go, "Yep, we know. It is what it is." Yeah, some of them even try to hide it. I mean, there's people logged in here under the name Dan, and their name is Mike. And I'd be willing to bet probably 35, 40% of the other some bitches that are going by a different name, their middle name is Mike. Or their brother's name is Mike, or dad's name is Mike. Just is what it is. All right. Let's get some more of this knocked down. We'll set this back outside. And then the only thing we got left in is start working out the slats for the seats and the table. And then again, I got 2 more of these I got to make, which I am glad you guys are here. But I may save you the aggravation. Cut the live off unless you guys are really hell bent on watching me build 2 more of these. I don't want you to feel obligated to have to endure that. Y'all are saying something. I can't see a damn thing because the laptop's over on the other side. And the phone took a shit. So it's recording me. And it's streaming the live, but it ain't showing the chat. Fucking YouTube. I do have a little bit of a shameless plug that I might as well just get out there and get out of the damn way. I'd hope to convey with this live broadcast and all the rest of the things I do that I am about as real, unfiltered, no bullshit as I can get. Part of that is the fact that I guarantee you ain't no damn budget to this. Some of the people in the chat you'll see have different color names. I believe it's green. I'm colorblind. But those people have taken it upon themselves to become a member of the channel and provide some support to help me keep this going. Come up with more projects, more ways to show y'all how to be self-sufficient. Bring some extra money into your house. If you mess around and you hit that join button down there at the bottom, I promise I ain't gonna be pissed at you at all. I might even thank you. All right. Get our straight edge. Make sure we're true along the back side. Where the hell I named it at? There it is. Right where I remember setting it. Hot damn, looks good for my house. Whew. There it is. Take care, Caleb. Thank you for coming by again. Now we'll get this up and out of the way. Set it back outside. Let y'all see what we did in a little over 2.5 hours, including a good chunk of me sitting around shooting the shit. I don't like that. Oh, I forgot to put a damn screw in that side because, oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you. My idiocy has shown itself. And thank goodness it did. It might have been a hair embarrassing. Why don't y'all tell me? You see this shit? Y'all tell me what the hell you don't see. You know what I don't see? Any fucking screws holding that together. God almighty. Y'all might have to get out the way for a minute while I screw this damn thing. Look at there. Aunt Ethel can finally sit on it without busting her ass. All right. Thanks for catching that. Geez, so much for fucking quality control. God damn. All right. Let's tote this big bastard back outside. There we go. What y'all think? Y'all catching what I'm throwing at you now? Now we'll run slats, build the seat frames, build the table, put some armrests on it. Call them, tell them, get this son bitch out of here. Got to do that. I need pallet slats. Start moving all this shit. Put it back where it goes in some kind of fashion. Well, it is in my name. I guess if I wasn't making stuff, somebody'd sue me for being a damn liar. Excuse me, but I need to file a litigious complaint as someone is misrepresenting their channel. They claim fact to make stuff. However, for a span of 87 hours, they did in fact not make stuff. And if we could hurry with our lawsuit, I got a World of Warcraft raid at 7 o'clock. Shit. Y'all give me a couple minutes. I'm going to go refill my water. I'll be right back. I just realized I'm on a wireless mic. You guys can hear everything I'm doing. Holy shit. A little water, a little more ice. I ain't gonna lie, this air conditioner feels good. Yet. I got benches to make. Lead me not into temptation. The hell back out there and go to work. All right, there you go. Oh, hell yes. Question for the chat. No bullshit. A lot of people give me hell for drinking water out of the faucet. Y'all drink water out of the faucet? I can't go dump $2-3 on a bottle of something that comes right out of the damn sink. It don't make no sense to me. You know what I mean? Maybe that's why my kids don't get sick every other fucking Tuesday. They have immune systems and shit. Exactly. Turn on the fucking hose. Get a drink. Bougie people coming over the house. I'm like, excuse me, where do you keep your water? Did you see that fucking chrome thing sticking out of the sink? Push it. No, I mean drinking water. Look, if your immune system is so fucking fragile that you can't drink the water out of the damn faucet, I'm not the one with the health concern. Like them damn vegan people. If you're vegan, don't get pissed. I'm just telling you what I think. All right? Oh my God, does this vegetable still have beef broth? Because my system rejects beef broth. If you're so goddamn sick you can't even drink broth, what the fuck are you gonna tell me you're healthier than I am? Meanwhile, when I was a kid, you was lucky if the damn kids wasn't eating a fucking chicken nugget that fell in the cat litter. All right. Those look like they're gonna work. They do need to be sanded. And I have a random orbit sander. But I do believe that something's going to be too slow. I think I got to believe a different approach. Let me check my drawers. All right, we're good to go. We can keep on live streaming. I ain't shipped myself yet. All right. Where the hell is it? I ain't used it so damn long. Let me think. Hashtag ADHD. Gotta remember what the hell I did. Which one of you moved my damn angle grinder? Yes, I did. I'm blaming you sons of bitches. I don't make mistakes. I thought I was wrong once, but I was mistaken. There she is, just laying underneath all the crap I had sitting on the shelf. All right. While a random orbital sander is very efficient at material removal to give a very smooth surface, occasionally you will require something just a bit more aggressive. And that's where this little sucker comes in. It is a hook and loop sanding pad that goes on an angle grinder. So I can hook my orbital sander pads to this grinder and go to town. This is aggressive. And I don't mean like kind of aggressive. I mean like cheerleader B, aggressive, B, E, aggressive. It's in there. Even with very mid to high grit sandpaper, it will do the job, and it will do it fast. And if you don't know what you're doing with it, it will jump up and bite you. So allow me to provide the disclaimer that Mike is making stuff, only offers references to things that Mike does in his shop, and offers suggestions to things that you can consider. He is not telling you to do a damn thing. Do not do what he does. Anything you try to do that he does will get your ass killed. Now, having all that said, I want to run this angle grinder, take care of this sanding. After I chug a little more water. Damn, it's hot. Okay. Grab my earmuffs. So nobody gives me shit about not wearing earmuffs. See? Earmuffs. Carly, good to see you, dear. Billy Shoemate, good to see you. Everybody else that's joined, thank you for joining up. Make sure you hit that like button. All right, cover your ears. I'm going to try to show you. That was about 10 seconds with 120. Y'all see how different that is? Smooth as a baby's ass. So we're going to keep on going, clean all these damn slats up. That didn't come out half bad. I got the lighting all screwed up. Y'all can't see shit, can you? Well, trust me, damn thing's beautiful. That's that same attachment that them Indonesian boys use on their channels where they're making shit. What the hell do they call their channels? Woodworking master skill, or what? You know what the hell I'm talking about. All them Indonesian boys, they're building stuff, and the only thing you hear is roosters crowing in the background and shit. Trying to take my time. This damn heat kill you. That thing damn near as fast as running them through the planer. I got it so damn hot the adhesive come off. All right. That means we're going to let that pad cool down and reattach itself. move to another option. The humble flat disc. So if you're not familiar with a flat disc, got a series of overlapping pieces of sandpaper on a grinder disc. This one happens to be 80 grit. So it's pretty damn aggressive. That'll let me get through this, get all this sanded down nice, while still let me keep the rustic look it had. Did my chat die? Y'all all right? Just checking. Okay, tell. Hold on. Well, there's 6 or 7 of you watching. Appreciate you still being here. All right. Whew. Break time. Clean y'all off. Damn. All right. We good? Oh, damn. Okay. I think I might have lost everybody. Yeah, I don't see nobody in here. Oh, there's plywood. There's Carly. Whew. Yeah, I gotta take a damn break. That heat's really kicking, chicken. Oh. Well, the good news is I think I got enough wood already prepped from the slats that I can get one out the door. Tell you the truth, I got half of my way till the sunset to do the other two. Let that rain come in here and wash everything off and cool us down some. This wouldn't be so damn bad if it was like 90 instead of 105. Whatever the hell it is in here. But I am going to finish this so you guys can see it. And then, like the others I've built on a live, I'll message the person and let them know it's ready, and you guys can see it all the way to the end. Ready to show up. I love it. Let's load it up. Here's your money. And it's gone out the door. If you guys struggle with being able to find something that's lucrative that you can use to make a few bucks with your tools, I'm telling you, this bench will do it. But it requires some patience. Like, I had this damn ad up. I bet that same ad's been running 6 years, maybe. And now it's getting to the point where the more people that are buying it in town, they talk to their friends. Oh, where the hell did you get that? Oh, there's this guy. He was on Facebook. Oh, shit, his ad's still up. Give him a holler. You know, it's still there. But it will do. It'll do what you want it to do. Black Widow, good to see you. I keep looking off to the side because the chat that's on the phone is all screwed and it locked up, but I can still see you over here on the laptop. We just about got this bench about knocked out. Guess it wouldn't hurt your feelings. Here, I'll show you. I'm going to turn you around, see if that works any better. Well, if I get the damn bracket out of the way. Push you up. There we go. We went through the whole deal. Had to get this thing put together. Starting from scratch. It's been 3 hours and I've made it to this point. All I got to do is put the slats on. Call them, tell them come get it. And these will usually make $150, $200, something like that. And I'll crank these out day in, day out. I mean, I got orders this weekend to do 3 of them. So it's a good way to keep another $400 or $500 in your pocket. Buy another tool, do that kind of stuff. And I'm gonna, how the hell do I screen share? Can I screen share? Retouch? No, I don't know what is that retouch. No, turn the damn green screen off. I don't know how the hell to get it. I'd love to be able to show you, but trust me, just my damn my Facebook marketplace ad. Literally, my marketplace is top to bottom, probably 50, 60 inquiries. Is this available? Is this available? Is this available? So I'll get 2, 3 orders for it every weekend, sometimes as much as 8 or 9. This week I got 3. I'm going to bust this one out so I can show you guys how to make it. And I'll batch them other 2 after the sun sets because it's hot. That'd be another $450 put toward the old lady's car payment. Which I hope illustrates. I mean, I'm just like y'all. Hell, I'm just trying to make it by like everybody else, you know? And I can tell you without any hesitation and with very little embarrassment, I can't tell you the number of times the benches made the ends meet. That's how I paid the gas bill that month. That's how I had the rest of the rent, whatever the hell it come up with. Oh, damn, it's hot. I get the feeling that, well, I guess from the 800 some odd subscribers that I got, $884 now. Hot damn. I see y'all. Shit. I can't help but to think that that tells me that there's an audience for people that just want to see regular ass Joes figuring out the way to make it work. To let me teach them how to be self-sufficient. Just making do with what you got. And again, I can't say it enough. If I built the damn thing, you can't tariff the damn thing. The vast majority of what I make is made out of shit that people threw away. Pallets, old furniture, leftover construction lumber, whatever the hell it is, I'll turn it into something else. So hopefully that appeals to y'all. Well, you're still sitting here watching, so I'm guessing it does. Oh, I need to cut these damn slats and get this image on the way. I need to get it out the door. A minute ago, I made a recommendation of this damn pad that the Hazard Fraught sells that allows you to attach hook and loop sanders and their sanding pads onto your angle grinder. Except that I ran it so hard, the damn thing got so hot that the adhesive holding on the hook and loop has begun to degrade. And it's probably, it ain't helping that, look, it's 105 in here. So jury's still out on this one. Instead of a random orbit sander, which is going to take forever and a week on this rough pallet wood, I resorted to the flat disc 80 grit on the grinder, which really did a good job. I mean, it cleaned them up nice and smooth. So now I'll be able to use these for the butt slats. Rumpelstiltskin, good to see you. What stuff is Mike making? Shall I make just about everything, buddy? More times than not, I make a damn mess. But today, I'm making a bench out of discarded wood and scraps. Thank you, Nikki. Appreciate you. I did get a little more aerodynamic. Wife was about ready to kick my ass when she woke up and saw it. I see cabinet. You made that? I did. That one right there? Well, shit, that one right here? Yes, I did. That's all scrap leftover plywood. I made a file cabinet thing out of it so that I could have places to store things. I made all kinds of stuff around here. My floor is a damn mess, but I made those lockers for having more storage. Made all of these where I could have more storage. Yes, more storage. That's an old entertainment center that I stuck in for more storage. There's an old computer desk. Guess what? More storage. If you can't afford a damn toolbox, get a dresser. It'll do just fine. There's my miter saw station. I made this out of pallets that were covered in plywood. That works out pretty well. What was that sound? Oh, damn, Daniel. Thank you, man. That was cooler than the other side of the fucking pillow, man. Thank you. My channel is all about showing you how to get by, how to make do with what you got, be self-sufficient, kick the shit out of planned obsolescence, stop letting this company tell you you're too damn stupid to fix your own things that you bought, or that you're too damn stupid to make what you want. That's bullshit. All you gotta do is just get out there and do it. And we're in America. Guess what that means? That means we are the most wasteful sons of bitches on the planet, and people will throw away everything. Because of that, that just means I got all that much more shit to make other things out of. I like that. I've already made just about anything we need in the house. Old IKEA kitchen island I picked up for free. Yeah, I'm right. I mean, there's so much of that out there. I've made everything that we needed for the house. I've made everything my friends needed. I've made all kinds of stuff. And then the best part, probably the coolest part of it all, and I'm doing my best to get back in it again. I've since relocated to another city. And I was able to, in my previous city, I located this outfit called Housing First. And Excuse me. Sorry. Sorry, guys. Housing First is this outfit that finds people that they call chronically homeless. And I'll tell you what I mean by that. Chronically homeless, well, we've all seen the story. We've all seen it happen. You see the guy sitting on the side of the road. Anything helps. God bless. He's got his cardboard sign. And then some prick's going to come up to him and say, get a job. Well, that's easy to do when you hadn't been homeless for so damn long that you don't have a valid driver's license anymore. You don't know where the hell your social security card went. You don't know where the hell your birth certificate is. You ain't got any of that. So how the hell are you supposed to go apply for a job, much less give them an address to put on the fucking application? It's not going to happen. So what they do is they get them set up with this program where they go and they find them all their documents. They get them set up with the social security card, their ID, their driver's license, their birth certificate, everything they need. And then they end up getting them an efficiency apartment that'll get them started where they can actually get a job and get back on things. Now that's all well and good, except those apartments are unfurnished. So what I used to do and what I hope to get going again is I would bring old furniture into the shop, repair it, get it put back together, and then donate it out. So they'd put it in these people's houses. And they'd actually, I mean, God forbid, you know, you got a job, you're back on your feet. Heaven forbid you sit on a couch or eat your dinner at a at a kitchen table for the first time in fucking 10 years. Hi, Michelle. Good to see you. So yeah, the idea is to try to round up all of that stuff, get it back in operating shape, get it to these folks that can use it, get them back on their feet and back on track with life. I did. Maybe I should have kept all that peach fuzz. It would have kept all the damn sand and dust out of my damn lungs. That'd be all right. But today, the plan is to show how you guys can make a little bit of money off some scrap junk by building a bench like this. At the very beginning of the live, I was giving the dimensions. I was showing you guys how to get it all put together. Now we'll put some slats on this. We'll build the seat bottoms. We'll build the seat backs. That section in the center, we'll put a little table on it. And we'll get ready to send this thing on down the road. There's actually somebody that's already spoken for it, ready to buy it. But you'll give us a little more money, which will allow us to go get a little more lumber. And then we build the 3 or 4 more that I've got orders for. As a matter of fact, I got a notification somebody else wants one. So, whew. If you want the dimensions and you want to know how to build it, I can give you the summary. Let me know. I can put it all out there. We could talk about it again. In the meantime, I'm going to try to get these damn slats put on here and call this a day. It is fucking hot. All right. If I did everything correctly, all of those boards need to be 21 inches. So let's test what I did and make sure I got it right. Another thing is, my shop is a damn mess. There is shit everywhere. And that's again because I want to be real. I'm not going to put on some manufactured TV studio bullshit for y'all. When I was first married, I ate supper off the coffee table. I had a black and white TV. Yeah, it's exactly where the hell it is. I mean, one of the first things that I ended up building to give to Housing First was a headboard, a footboard, and some rails to make a bed out of 2x4s. It turned out that bed was going to be for an 11-year-old girl. And I heard many, many months, almost a year down the line, that kid still said that bed was the favorite damn thing she owned. It's pretty cool. All right, y'all. I'm going to get set up with a stop block on my miter saw. Start cutting some slats. We'll have to fire up the air compressor. Sorry about the noise from that. Get the glue out, get the 18 gauge brad nailer. We'll pop all these damn slats on there and then send them a message, come get it. How many of you think you can build one of these? My channel has a community tab enabled. I'd love to see yours when you get it done. That'd be cool as hell. All right. Let's go over here, set up the stop block. Come with me and you'll see a world of OSHA violations. All right, I'm gonna try to, let's flip this around. I'll set you over here amongst all the damn mess. Go ahead and say it. I know it's a damn mess. I don't rightly give a shit because half the time I reach down here and I find something that I need just laying right on the damn floor. It's better than trying to figure out a damn scrap shelf or whatever the hell. Did I miss my calling as a singer? Maybe I did. Send. Oh, okay. Guys, sorry. I may actually have to cut this off for a little bit. I got to get a hold of my wife. Something went down, so I gotta go see what's up. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I'll put it in the community chat what this ends up looking like, and I'll let you know when the whole thing's sold and delivered. Sorry to end everything so abruptly. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Y'all take care. Be good or be good at it.